Now I gotta ride or die.
So guys, welcome back to the channel. As you can see by today's title, we are doing something a little bit different. Now what I'm about to show you is one of the first customer Range Rovers, as in new Range Rovers, that has come through on the south coast. So massive thank yous again to the owner for letting us just look around this thing. We've just been up the road in it and it is on another level, I tell you. But I will show you a full tour of this thing because it's the first one I've seen. Haven't seen any of these in the flesh, seen a lot of pictures. Again, as I've touched on in the past, I'm a huge Vogue fan, so seeing the new one is a massive deal to me because this is the footprint of, in my opinion, luxury cars and how they should be. So just like the S-Class, in my opinion, the Mercedes, everyone that comes out, I want to get a sneak peek and an enjoyment ride and just excitement and see what it's about. So Jason, mate, beautiful. What a level this is. So this is the car, a 22 plate, so brand spanking new Range Rover Vogue. Now we have just gone up the road.
I've got something to note though.
Yeah, go on.
We both said it straight away.
Yeah, you said it straight away.
How have they made that not look massive, but it's massive,
Yeah.
but look down the edge of that vehicle, there's nothing disrupting the body line.
So this is the first thing I saw in pictures especially, was that there isn't actually any line here. So what you would usually get is, if we come over to the Volvo, I know this is an older car, but you'd get a gutter in of some sort here. You would get a shelf, yeah, in theory. These new ones don't have it, so as you see going down the body line, between the window and the bodywork, there is actually nothing there, which looks so good. And I don't think you guys notice it until you notice it, and you start to understand that this car is just on another level. As we come around the front, big change really, but not a huge change. I was actually expecting this to look a little bit different to the other Range Rovers that, again, we do have a few down here, and I am a fan and I look at them, but this doesn't look massively different, which is quite a nice thing. It does look very in keeping, very Range Rover. I must admit, the front end, it looks so right, and it's quite a lot bigger. I think it looks deeper and slightly wider in a sense, but I think that's just down to looks more than anything. And I like the new grille as well. The new grille in this range of Range Rover does look very good. They actually come, get this right, with 23-inch wheels from factory these days as well. So this is a factory wheel and it is running a Pirelli. Let's just get the tyre size for you guys as we're here. 285 40 23 is a standard wheel on this, which is pretty insane. We'll come round and just show you guys the other side because it gets seamless going down with these new door handles. And we will just pop in and have a look inside because, again, another level of Range Rover, another series of Range Rover means that there is a new interior. Loads of switches and stuff, not necessarily carried from the other Range Rover, which I'm impressed with. I was really impressed with, but a lot of touchscreen buttons. So as you can see here, you can't actually see any of the buttons until the car is alive. One thing to point out though, and I did think that this was a bit controversial at the time when I saw the first pictures of this, was the two-spoke steering wheel, at least a you know, more minimalist steering wheel. And I must say, in person, I am pretty much gobsmacked that they've pulled this off because of that two-spoke look, and I think it really works. Again, in this car, it really works with the light interior and the dark, with the dark buttons, and this of course all lights up when the car is on. You have the new screen here as well, and you can just see the mileage there, 282 miles. This has literally been driven from dealership around a little bit and down to us today. This new interior as well, these seats, I must admit, are on another level. I've just come back in the passenger seat and the comfiest car I've probably been in years. This is a serious level, this thing. We also have, look at this, the seat belts are the same colour in the car. Yes, I know that's one of those things that a lot of automakers are doing, but this colour with the seat belts just really works. Of course you can spec this how you want, but this one shows off a lot of the gloss black features, I feel. And as we jump in, to the driver's seat, you'll notice the new screen in the centre, and it actually has what your iPhone has, which is when you press it, it actually has feedback, which is insane. You can turn that on and off, as we were just playing with. New screens down here as well. As you guys may or may not know, the previous gen actually had centre screen here, and you could press it all, but as you can see, it will attract a lot of fingerprints, and I'm glad they've sort of gone back to this sort of dial related heating arrangement down here, because I feel like that is a lot nicer in that sense for actually moving stuff that you move all the time, like the heater blowers, heating and various other bits. The centre console's changed quite a lot as well. So I quite like the idea of a slightly bigger and lower gear selector, and as you can see, start stop, and a button here, again keeping everything in my opinion that you use all the time as a conventional wheel or an actual button is a shout. Like the start stop is still a button, the stereo is still a button, and of course a wheel. And yeah, I think I prefer that. This is of course again pressable buttons, this is a pressable button. I feel like that's the right thing to do in interiors, especially because you don't necessarily want to be fingerprinting or have a fingerprint touchscreen display when you're actually using all those things. So I'm glad they've sort of lifted a lot of the buttons and stuff from, yes, other models, but they've kept this, and new age especially models, but kept this old school in a sense with the whole sound as well and the whole button thing. I am impressed with that. And yeah, close all that down, it's all black in the center, which is really nice. Wireless charging as well, and this actually has a Meridian sound system, as you can just see in the corner there. One thing to point out actually, and in the back especially, we'll show you guys in a second, is everything's color coded. The actual grills are color coded, which is a huge shout. I am again impressed that that is sort of like a design cue that they've brought in. As you can see, it's sort of not necessarily hiding, but it's not saying I've got a massive hi-fi with chrome bits all over it. I really like that. It's pretty simple, simplistic look to the back. You actually have a few buttons on the rear door cards as well, which I love luxury cars like this, so I really appreciated this. You actually have a blind button and lighting buttons here like you would usually do, but you can actually control windows and stuff from this. And as you can see, the back seats, what a lovely place to be. It is absolutely massive. Big pan roof, which of course you can use if you so wish to with these buttons here, so it's actually accessible from the rear seats, and it's actually got dials and various other little bits in the back, just the same as the front as well. So they've actually not necessarily lifted it from the front, but that's actually got a physical dial at the back, which again, keeping that old school feel, keeping the bits that you actually use on a daily basis, usable actual knobs that turn rather than fingerprint, touch screen stuff. And as you can see, the roof is actually similar colour, but it has these gloss black and black accents just going round it with black pillars. Now if you'd have said that to me, I would have been a bit like, oh, it needs to be all the same colour, but I think it actually breaks the car up really, really nicely. And I must admit, another thing, driving in the back of this, it is luxury at its best. Driving in the front seats are on another level. And as we go back to the most controversial bit that I found from pictures was the rear end. I wasn't too much of a fan at the start. Then I started thinking, well, yeah, I think I like it. I think I understand why they've done it. And then I started thinking, well, hold on a minute. If you're going to get this in a black car, you would notice that this is actually black, but in the white cars you would notice this is white. That's one of those things I was a bit umming and ahhing about, and I think in person...
Put the rear lights on.
Go on, put the rear lights on, because you'll actually see, what I was saying is, you'll see why they've done it, and it looks so much better than what I was expecting. In person, this has made the car, and again, seamless lines going down here, absolutely fantastic. Yeah, we've got lights on the back, absolutely. The camera can't yet, can get it there. Yeah, such a nice look from the rear end. Jason, when we getting one? You're ordering one today, did you say?
Hazard lights.
In the centre. Oh, should we get some hazard light on as we're here? Oh yeah, look at that. That is so cool. Mate, I love that. That's lovely, isn't it? It just makes the back, and I think, facelifting the back especially was a really, really big task.
Land Rover do this. They wait for Audi to do something, then we just do it.
They do it a little bit better, so yeah. Yeah.
Look how seamless they are.
Oh, it's so nice. It's not necessarily a light, is it? It's like, it's just happening. We'll come around the front and actually just look at the lights at the front as we are here. Pop out, man. Look at this. Looks so good. And yeah, the front lights look insane. So yeah, there's my tour of the new Range Rover Vogue. Huge different to what I was expecting the car to actually look like. I am in awe of this car. I'm a huge Range Rover fan anyway. So we're ending today's video there. Massive thank you to the owner for bringing the new Range Rover Vogue down for us to have a look at today. Again, spontaneous video. I wanted to get it on camera because this is the first South Coast customer delivered Range Rover Vogue. Yeah, what a hell of a machine. Hopefully one day they depreciate to the point where I can buy one, because that'd be really nice. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, guys. We'll see you tomorrow.